Hi, this is Greg from Business Automated, and in this video I'll quickly show you how to create personal access tokens for Airtable, how to use it with Airtable API, and how to use it with software that might require you to use personal access tokens. Stick around. Hi, this is Greg from Business Automated, and on this channel we help you save time and money with useful solutions to automate your business. If you have not already, consider subscribing. That helps us produce more useful videos for you. Today we'll be creating a personal access token for our hotel incident reporting base. To do that, you have to go to airtable/create/tokens, and here you will have a list of all the tokens that you have created so far, and you'll be able to click create new token. Here you can name the token the way you want. And as the next step, you select scope, which means basically what are the permissions that you grant to this specific token. So you can see in most cases, you need to allow it to read the data. Then most likely you will also allow the software that will be using the token to write the data to Airtable. Depends on the use case. The next element you have allowing to read or write comments. This is very rarely used, so you might not need to add it. The next element, which is very commonly used, is ability to read data from the schema. And the next one is ability to change the schema, which you might use in some cases, for example, if you'd like to create fields or tables through an API. So let's add it here. Remaining ones we will not be using, so we'll not be using the webhook and block creation API, as well as all the other ones here. The next step is, once you have set up the permissions, the next step is what are the bases that this token can access. So you can add all resources, which is usually not recommended. Normally you would limit this to a specific base that you would like to access with this token. So let's do hotel incident reporting. We could add one more base or as many bases as you would like, but this is everything that we will need at this moment. So we're going to click create token, and you will see this is the token that was created for you. It will start with PAT. I will delete this token after the video so that no one can access my base. But remember that you should not be publicly exposing this anywhere, and this will have all the permissions that you have granted here within the scopes and access to all the bases that you have allowed over here. You can access this only once, so remember to copy it and use directly in the software or save it in a safe place. After you have created the token, you are not able to see it again, but you can edit it. So you can change the bases it has access to, or you can remove some of the permissions. Now, how would we use the personal access token? So if you would like to see some of the records here from the Airtable, you can use Airtable API to pull those records through an API. So once you click on help, you will see that here there is an API documentation, which will give you some hints how to access this base with API. So for example, here we have the list of all the tables that we could access. And in this case, we can retrieve a specific record, but we'll make a simple example. We want to list all records. And here on the right hand side, you have examples how this can be used if you would be applying this directly. So to make it simpler and show you how you can use this, we'll start with make.com. The absolutely simplest way is, if you're using make.com, you can use the pre-built modules that you have inside of make.com, and you can basically add a new connection. And here you could say Airtable token, and then you just insert the personal access token, and you have created a new connection. You can see that over here you have access only to one single base. And now we could retrieve records from this specific base. If you would be using this directly meaning accessing Airtable API without pre-built modules. If you would like to do call directly there, we can show this on this specific example. So for example, let's copy the URL address over here, and we will use the HTTP module to make a request to Airtable API. So you can see that I have the Airtable API over here. The method is get. This is the same as is described over here. So this is a basic GET request. And you can see that we also have additional header over here, which is called authorization. So let's add a header over here. And you will see that the content of this is the better token. So here, this would be what you would replace with your personal access token. All right. And again, you should not be exposing tokens on the video. I will delete this token after the video so no one will be able to access the information in my base. So now what we can do is we can do save And now we can do run once, and you can see that we have successfully executed this request. And here we have status 200, which means success, and we have retrieved the data from Airtable API in the format similar to here. So that's it. This is the way how you would do it if you would like to be doing a direct HTTP request. You could also use it in some other software, and that's where you would be using the bearer token. But in most cases, you would be likely passing this token to some other software, for example, like make.com and the pre-built modules, which will make it easier for you to access the data inside of Airtable. That's it. That was a quick video for today. Good luck, guys, with connecting to Airtable, and thank you for watching.